Yeah, man. You know what time it is, dog. It's Trill Pill. Real quick, man. You see the title of this? Police versus mental health. We talk about, of course, police versus mental health and some different cases and pretty much just some different ways, man. Just trying to put it on y'all brains just a little bit, man. I seen this is a reoccurring problem, you know what I'm saying, in our community, in our society. Um, and it's troubling. And recently, where I stay at now in Tulsa, Oklahoma, something happened that I'm talking about in the totality of it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But first, man, I gotta jump this shit off real quick. With my dog, Young Boss Crook, man, I've been telling y'all about my partners, man, that do music and whatnot, man. I'm start putting them on my shit, man. I've been doing it, but I've been having to do it a different way, man. Trying out a different format and whatnot, man. So Young Boss Crook, you know what I'm saying? Straight up out the crooked eye, man, out there in Cali doing this motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Get this shit queued up real quick, man. Shout out to everybody that's subscribed. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Please do all that. You feel me? So we can get this shit where it needs to be, man. You know what I'm saying? The people need the information, and that's what I'm here to do, man. So I'm here to serve. Here to serve, man. So we can get this knowledge and we can move the way we have to, and kind of gain a better understanding of mental health, man. Because it's a lot of misinformation that's going on, and it's a lot of bullshit that's going on with it. And I don't like seeing it because when the bullshit happens, man, it just gets in front of the people who have the real message, who have the real information. Like I said, man, I'm not gonna tell you anything that I don't know or I haven't researched or talked about, and things that I do. Going to make sure I try to give you guys a thorough explanation the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I'm picking up this torch, man, 2 or 3 years ago, and it's been treating me right ever since, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I moved with the right intention. So as long as I keep doing that, man, I know everything's gonna be all right, man. But shout out to everybody that's like, share, and subscribe. Without further ado, man, I'm getting right into this, man. This is my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Young Boss Crook. It's one of his tracks, man. He got a plethora of tracks. Also, his album, King of Hearts, is out now on streaming services, man. So take a good look at the name, Young Boss Crook. Shout out to the Crooked Eye. Shout out to my boy, Young Boss Crook, man. Shout out to his family, man. You know what I'm saying? We get this shit understood. I'm going to have to get him on here, too. We have to. Real smart nigga, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I only fuck with niggas who you know what I'm saying, are like myself, man. Like it's kind of like what Pimp was saying with Bun in that one interview. Kind of like how, you know what I'm saying, they ain't no weird niggas. You know what I'm saying? No weird niggas. Niggas is some hustlers, some family men. We out here to raise this family. You know what I'm saying? Raise the family, go get this paper. You know what I'm saying? And create content, man. Create high quality content, man. That's all we're here to do, man. So without further ado, Young Boss Crook, man. I'm gonna get my ass about.
Ooh, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm too clean, young and from the dirt. I had to play from behind, I put in double work. My bitch thick, Mrs. Butterworth. Young nigga, I am ballin', Jesus Shuttlesworth. Big drip, don't slip, they feelings more than hurt. I gotta watch my back because I know they lurk. Flexing on my haters, ripping through my shirt. Bitch, I'm out here ballin', Jesus Shuttlesworth. No complaining, just maintaining, could be doing worse. Could be locked up in a cell, could be riding hearse. But the word around the village is I'm bound to make a killing. All I gotta do is ball, Jesus Shuttlesworth. Cruising through the city like I'm big time in the Benzo, tryna tell you how the game go. Diamonds on my neck through the tango, put the fame on through it all, I never change, bro. Unchained, ride around like Django. What a lost peeping, not dies like the Rango. Never lay on. Reach for my stones, kill them all like Thanos. Puppin' loud, red eye like Kano. Laughing at these people trying to tell me where I can't go. Just tasting like mango. Please step aside when I'm coming down the lane. Cause I'm too clean, young and from the dirt. I had to play from behind, I put in double work. My bitch thick, Mrs. Butterworth. Young nigga, I am ballin', Jesus Shutterworth. Big drip, don't slip, they feelings more than hurt. I gotta watch my back because I know they lurk. Flexing on my haters, ripping through my shirt. Bitch, I'm out here ballin', Jesus Shutterworth. This hard work, big dog status, this rock talent, wish y'all had it. They all want it, they all jocking. Bitch on the plug like a wall socket. I'm trying to spread the wealth until we all got it. Can't have no players on my team fucking up the profits. You read what you deposit, the power's in the knowledge. Your boss dripping hard like a leaky faucet. Bad bitch like Lala, so shorty was a minor, talk a dig for the dollar. Hit up Junebug and the squad if it's problems. They come around the screen with the beam on the chopper. Dripping sauce make your BM wanna holler like it's 1998. I just wanna be a baller. I just wanna be a baller and change the whole game like 42 for the Dodgers. I'm too clean, young and from the dirt. I had to play from behind, I put in double work. My bitch thick, Mrs. Butterworth. Young nigga, I am ballin', Jesus Shuttlesworth. Big drip, don't slip, they feelings more than hurt. I gotta watch my back because I know they lurk. Flexing on my haters, ripping through my shirt. Bitch, I'm out here ballin', Jesus Shuttlesworth. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. My people need me, I can't let them down. No. I come too far to turn around. Your nigga had to learn to drip or drown. Ooh. Remember having dreams of telling mama that I made it. Now I'm running up, chasing getting faded. We eating on my dogs at the table, stacking bread like pancakes, dripping sauce like maple. No cap, no favor, lit like a lightsaber. Rather be a lifesaver, don't make me a life taker. All I wanna do is ball. Can't end up like Jake Shuttlesworth, trapped behind them walls. I'm critiquing every flaw, working on my technique. Praying to the Lord, don't let my shit jam protect me. Don't let my shit jam protect me. Ballin' so hard, haters think I paid the referee. I'm too clean, young and from the dirt. I had to play from behind, I put in double work. My bitch thick, Mrs. Butterworth. Young nigga, I am ballin', Jesus Shuttlesworth. Big drip, don't slip, they feelings more than hurt. I gotta watch my back because I know they lurk. Flexing on my haters, ripping through my shirt. Bitch, I'm out here ballin', Jesus Shuttlesworth. Jesus.
Yes, sir, man. I have my partner, man, Young Boss Crook, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Young Boss Crook, man. You know what I'm saying? My bro make high quality music, man. I'm doing it for a long time, man. And my brother is perfecting his craft, man. He making some waves out there, man, out in Cali, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my dog, man. Real nigga shit, man. You know, I'm over here just it's morning time, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga eating apples and shit. Niggas eating fruits, so don't mind me. Let me move this camera down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me make sure my shit right real quick, man. Excuse me. Might check 1 2 1 2 2 1 2. Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right, so let me take this down the screen, man. Morning, everybody, man. Real quick, man. A couple things went down, have been going down, in my area where I stay at currently, right? And it's pretty much, oh, yeah, okay. It's pretty much a reoccurring problem, and like I said, man, try me down to the bottom real quick of policing mental health issues. All right, so this right here happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at a Habitat Restore, not too far from where I'm at. Um, March the 30th, Wednesday. Let's see. I have a video here. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Basically, what happened is this lady right here. Uh, you know what? Better yet, I'll just play the video. I'll just go ahead.
Celebrate spring with an explosion of incredible color at Tulsa Botanic Blooms.
If you
More
out
than
here, man, come on to the
200,000
Tulsa
flowers are
Botanic
putting on
Garden.
a show.
They ain't paying me for no shit, so. But I will be out there though. I like going to the Botanic Gardens, man. That shit peaceful as fuck. All right, let's go.
Of Tulsa police officers handling a mental health calls.
Fuck out of here, dog. Come on, my nigga. God damn, man. I'm roofing on. Juicy apple eating ass nigga. Oh, man. Shit fucking up. Meanwhile, let's start playing again. Alright. Hold up. God damn, nigga want to eat apples in peace. But the video's gonna play. But it didn't, so. Alright, so. You know what? I have to find another video, to be honest. This whole trip. Bars went down. Okay, nah, okay, so in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mayor G.T. Biden and Tulsa Police Chief Wendell Franklin are responding to a criticism of how officers handled a woman going through a mental health episode. A video was posted online with some folks taking issue on how the officers treated the woman. Police have since released the full body cam videos of the arrest made to the media. The video shows officers responding to Restore Tulsa on South Norwood Avenue to remove LaDonna Paris from a bathroom. It's clear to officers that Paris was having a mental breakdown and they tried to call for the crisis response team, but are told that the unit is on another call. In the past, a few months ago, I talked about crisis response teams. Excuse me. The need for them, the importance of them to put high quality people in the right situations, try to get things handled smoothly. We don't want to, we don't want anybody to get hurt. Enough people have gotten hurt. Excuse me. Enough people have gotten hurt. Just because there is a miscommunication with policing and mental health, or just having to, I guess, handle that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it myself in the past. In person, it's different. It's big confusion. You know what I'm saying? Person's having a mental health episode or whatever. You got the police there. Nobody knows what the fuck going on. Police is just trying to figure out what the fuck to do, and all they really know how to do is they're gonna try to talk. But after so long, that talking and shit too. If you try to talk with common sense to a person that's going through a mental health episode, is pretty much it ain't shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So you need more qualified people.
Circulating online.
Okay.
Woman
The
refused
video
to
has
leave
came
the
back.
Habitat for
Hold
Humanity
up.
Restore, but the police.
Bitch wants to hold up. Mark Bradshaw, your bitch ain't even gonna come back. Anyway, like, nah, man. It just takes the right people in the right positions to get people the help that they need when mental health crises are happening. Whether we know it or not, we've all seen it, right? We all drove by police, talk to a person on the street. To us, it may just be like a homeless person, but that person may be having a mental episode. I know a few months ago, I talked about Daniel Prude out in Rochester, New York, and how his case was handled. And Daniel Prude, he ended up passing away, right? So, after he was admitted, but he was let go. So that's the fucked up part about that. He was admitted, but he let go. He was let go, and then, unfortunately, he met his demise at the hands of, I believe, Rochester PD. So go listen to Mark Bradshaw. Finally, the video loaded up, so we're gonna listen to him and see what he got to say about this.
Let's make the situation worse. News Channel's Jeff Morgan looked into the officer's actions. Jeff.
Well, Mark, both the Tulsa police and the mayor are releasing statements on the incident, and they are talking about what happened. Now, we spoke with a policing expert to see if this situation was handled correctly and if something could have been done differently. On October 25th, Tulsa police are called to a Restore Tulsa location. According to police, employees say a 70-year-old woman was there for 4 hours, locked herself in the bathroom, and left a dog in a U-Haul. Police say the business wanted her removed. At first, officers tried to get her out peacefully.
Well, Donna, they want you to leave, so I'm going to need you to come out, okay?
Police assume she's having a mental crisis and try to call for the crisis response team, but are told the unit is on another call.
CRT is busy, of course.
Over time, officers become more and more frustrated with her.
It's going to be a bad time for you if you don't open the door.
Police say she tried to use an aerosol can and a lighter to spray fire at the door and the officers.
Quit spraying the door. No, you come out and leave.
Why are you doing that? Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away, get away, get away.
I love my job.
The officer can also be heard clicking her taser on and off and trying to get.
Number one, man, that shit right there is alarming as fuck, man. See, that's what I don't like, man. That's what I don't like, man. This shit right here, man. You know what I'm saying? If this woman is obviously having a mental episode, and our officers, the ones that we pay our taxes and all that good shit too, you know what I'm saying? These are the ones that are supposed to help, not hurt or tease or make fun of what's, going on, are doing shit like this.
No, you come out and leave.
Why are you doing that? Get away from me.
Freeze frame that shit. You know what I'm saying? See, here's my thing about people, right? In our society, man, sometimes we don't really know when the fucking stop. You know what I'm saying? When shit is a joke, when shit is not a joke. If you are a police officer, you're trained to handle certain duties. You're trained to, do whatever you're supposed to do, protect and serve. You know what I'm saying? But instead, you laughing and giggling and, it's kind of provoking somebody who is in need. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she's qualified to do, but that's a devilish looking grin on her motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up. I'm gonna keep going though. Keep on going.
Get away from me. Get away, get away, get away.
I love my job.
The officer can also be heard clicking her taser on and off and trying to get her to come out.
You want to get tased? Yeah, then come out.
Eventually, another officer arrives and they bust in the door.
Yep.
She's cuffed and taken outside, then checked by medical personnel. As she was put in the patrol car to be taken to jail, police tell us she resisted and kicked an officer. In a statement, Tulsa police say the banter between the officers outside of the presence of the suspect can be received as unprofessional and has been addressed with the officers. The overall actions of the officers and the way in which the call was handled is within the policies of the Tulsa Police Department. We spoke with Dr. David Thomas, a former officer for 20 years who's now a researcher and professor at Florida Gulf Coast University. Thomas saw the edited version of the video along with the first 10 minutes of the response and Tulsa Police's press release.
What I see is you have somebody who was in a mental health crisis, and I see law enforcement exacerbating the situation.
Their press release, they said that none of this violated any of their policies. Should this violate police policies in America?
Sure, the taunting, of the lady, the taunting, the rattling of the door, the charging the taser.
Now, do you think if a CRT team had responded to this, it might end differently?
Sure, yeah, because I got the patience.
Police Chief Wendell Franklin released a statement saying that the officer's actions are under investigation and that an edited video never tells the whole story. Now, Mayor G.T. Bynum said it is heartbreaking to see a fellow Tulsan suffering a mental health crisis in a video, and it is a reminder of the difficult situations officers deal with in the field every day. I am confident in the investigation conducted by the Tulsa Police Department. Live from Tulsa Police Headquarters, Jeff Morgan, News.
Yeah, man. So that right there went on about a week. I want to say last week. Yeah, I want to say last week, last Monday. That was going on, man. That's difficult to see. You know what I'm saying? Is it shocking? No, because we already know how police handle shit, especially when around mental health. You know what I'm saying? The fact is that they don't know how to handle it. So although a lot of these police departments are equipped with crisis response teams, which are CRTs, like in that video right there, they said they called a CRT, but the CRT was on another call. So that's another problem is having enough of the qualified people. You know what I'm saying? And also, it goes to show you how much. Put it like this: it goes to show you the frequency of how of how many times this is happening. It's frequent. It's everywhere. I guarantee you, if you type in mental health cases or in your area, you'll find something. You know what I'm saying? You'll find something, or just certain things that you just observe or see, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Like I always say, man, you can't see it. It ain't something that you can see. It's just something that you kind of have to recognize. You know what I'm saying? And like the dude said, the CRT team would have a lot more patience. You know what I'm saying? A lot more patience in regards to handling that problem, man. Also, there is another. Let me see. Hold on, what the hell is all this on here? Let's go. Hold up real quick, man. Get this shit right. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We cut on some music, man. God damn it, cut the AC down in my fucking house. This shit going crazy. That's some background music, man. God damn, I cut the AC down. This shit. 60. Call the bitch. Let's see. So this right here, man. This is pretty much a follow up, right? The day after they dropped this, March 31st. Tulsa CRT struggles to keep up with mental health calls. All right. They also have a little video I'm going to play real quick. I'm going to cut the background music down just a tad, but we want to keep it going, though. Going to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Every day, Oklahoma families care for their older parents and spouses.
What type of advertising going on? Why this is going on, man? Like I said, man, make sure you like, share, subscribe, man. Share this out, man. Share this out for me, man. If you mind, if you fucking with me, go ahead and do your thing.
Polls are on the rise, and they can barely keep up right now. News on 6's Ashlyn Brothers is live tonight with more. Ashlyn?
Well, Craig, right now, the crisis response team can only provide mental health help Monday through Friday during regular business hours, but the need is much greater. The Tulsa Crisis Response Team includes a police officer, a Tulsa fire paramedic, and a licensed clinician.
This type of response is unique in nature. It's something we're seeing more and more.
The team says it's about having the right people at the right time with the right kind of care.
Police officers usually the first one knocking on the door or making the approach because of the safety issue.
The officer could take someone into protective custody for a mental health evaluation.
We get disturbances. We get public nuisance complaints or people out yelling or screaming on the street. Sometimes there's been a crime that's occurred.
TPD also has 190 officers trained in crisis intervention.
Where we have a COPES clinician in our 911 center. So right away they're scanning calls and looking at ways to divert from law enforcement to the COPES clinicians.
They get about 1,000 mental health calls a month.
We do a lot of training in de-escalation, crisis intervention, assessment, rapidly engaging with individuals, and then connecting them to ongoing care.
Family and Children's Services says calls in February were up 21% from a year ago.
There were loss of jobs, new employment, childcare issues, stress, depression, anxiety, just the unknown.
This body cam video from a mental health crisis in October shows there's a need.
We have like a crisis team, but they're busy right now.
They're only 3 or 4 people or whatever. So, I mean, if they're busy on a call, what are you going to do?
And you can't be everywhere at one time, so you have to look at the high priority calls.
The team says it's rewarding when they can keep people out of jail, connect them to family, and get them the treatment they need. CRT says 988 is a national mental health crisis line developed so that people don't have to call 911, and they're hoping that that'll be implemented in July of this year. Live in Tulsa, Ashland Brothers. Live in Tulsa, Ashland Brothers, Oklahoma Zone. News on line developed so that people don't have to call 988 is a treatment they need. CRT says 988 is a national mental health crisis line developed so that people don't have to call 911, and they're hoping that that'll be implemented in July of the
988, I guess, is going to be the new number for mental health crisis hotline. You know, they had a new number. But anyway, look, man. So yeah, man. Just a little bit of the insight that's going on around me, man. And this is going on a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just pick your city and pick your state. It's going on a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hold up real quick. It's going on a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot more than me personally would like to see. You know what I'm saying? But it's going on. And when problems like this arise, man, it just makes me think about how many people that we've lost because the right people we didn't have. At the same time, it's 2022, so you would think that this will be already happening. You know what I'm saying? Already happening by now. But the world's history on how it handles mental health is a deep, dark. It's deep and it's dark. I mean, you think about all the asylums. Like if y'all ever watch like some ghost mystery shit, y'all will see a lot of those places are like mental health asylums where people, you know what I'm saying? Like the way they treated people back then with mental health, the way they treated people with that were mentally ill was rough. They treated them like experiments. You know what I'm saying? They was just doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And I also had on Halloween, I had like a video about how they tried to treat mental health, man. How they pretty much cracked the fucking part of your skull. It was some wild shit, but fast forward to now, it's still a work in progress, which I guess we're all works in progress at the same time. Certain things should already have been in motion to where now we should already be all up in the mix of what to do, how to do it, how to take care of people with mental illness, how to take care of people that need the care. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people's families have abandon these people. So the fact that a lot of those people who are mentally ill are out here on the street, in harm's way, is challenging to see, think about, to hear about, especially when they go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So another article that I have here, all right, real quick, man, just about 30 minutes, man. If you're watching this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let me see and get this shit real quick, man. All right, so this is from I want to say Vera. That's from Vera. Home and news stories. You know, we need to think about. We need to think beyond police and mental health crisis. This is from a couple of days ago, actually, April 6th, 2022. Talks about Daniel Prude. In March of 2020, Joe Prude called 911 for assistance. His brother Daniel Prude was behaving erratically and just bolted out the back door of Joe Prude's home in Rochester, New York. Police officers arrived, found and restrained Daniel Prude, placed a mesh hood over his head, and pinned him to the pavement. 2 minutes and 15 seconds later, Daniel Prude stopped breathing. He died a week later at a hospital. Daniel Prude's horrific death is the worst case outcome. And when police respond to calls related to mental health crisis, situations, they are often ill-equipped to handle safety and to handle safely and effectively. Fatal outcomes are not uncommon. In 2021, at least 104 people were killed after the police responded to someone behaving erratically or having a mental health crisis. More commonly, the interaction between police and people in mental health crisis, and without people getting the care that they need, and too often these exchanges end in handcuffs and jail time. And that's why some U.S. jails hold more people with serious mental health conditions than any other treatment facility in the fucking country. I'm gonna highlight that shit right there. It is why some United States jails hold more people with serious mental health conditions than any treatment facility in the country. All right, that's a problem right there, because I doubt that they're getting the care that they need in there. I highly doubt it. But anyway, people across the country are calling on the local elected officials to implement alternatives that curb police involvement in violence and situations related to mental health or substance use. One promising solution has broad support, operating in more than a dozen cities, including Rochester, New York. Civilian crisis response programs, dispatch teams, are specially trained first responders instead of police to help people experience behavioral crisis, health crisis, right? Let me see. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. But I will do this though, and it's something that I do look forward to. Let me see. Hold up. It is something I do look forward to talking about. It's on my docket, you know what I'm saying? Is that many cities have looked to Eugene, Oregon, right? Eugene, Oregon, I think is home of the University of Oregon, the Ducks. Well, more than just some ducks, all right, going on out there, man. It's where this kind of program has existed for more than 30 years, all right? Crisis assistance helping out on the streets, cahoots. You know what I'm saying? They call that shit the cahoots. The crisis assistance helping out on the streets, the cahoots, operated by Eugene's White Bird Clinic. It pairs a medic with a crisis worker to respond to behavioral. Hold on, make sure. All right, where was I? Okay, cahoots, crisis assistance helping out on the streets. Cahoots, operated by Eugene's White Bird Clinic. It pairs a medic with the crisis worker to respond to behavioral health crisis calls. Two-person teams provide crisis intervention, counseling, basic emergency medical care, transportation, and referrals for services in 2019, Cahoots responded to an estimated 17,700 calls, or 17% of all the calls for service. Behavioral health issues make up a substantial percentage of 911 calls, for which police have been the default first responders. 1%, not 1%, one recent analysis of 8 cities found that between 21 and 38% of 911 calls are related to mental health, substance abuse, homelessness, and other quality. I need some fucking glasses out. God damn. Other quality of life concerns. All matters that could be better addressed by people other than police. Also, even in situations in which police officers have completed relevant training, the more presence of armed, uniformed officers can exacerbate the feelings of distress for people with behavioral health conditions. In 2020, recognizing the need for greater behavioral health support for people in crisis, Congress passed legislation to create 988. All right, 988. What we just heard on Tulsa News 6. 988, which is a new 3-digit number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. All right, it's set to launch in July 2022. Its goal is to make critical support services more accessible, and it has the potential to reduce interaction between police and people in crisis. All right, so I need to put this right there in my notes a little bit and talk about that. Make sure I be on alert for that, man. 988 drops in July. So yeah, man. Okay, there we go. No, that's not it. So yeah. All right, so 988 drops in July. All right, 988, a new 3-digit number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, set to launch in July 2022, and its goal is to make critical support services more accessible, and it has the potential to reduce interaction between police and people in crisis. Now, this program in Eugene, we're going to take a look at that. I probably do that right. I do this, to be honest. Programs like this, like Eugene's, can also save cities millions of dollars. Cahoots has an annual budget of roughly $2 million. According to Cahoots, the long-running program saves the city $14 million annually in ambulance trips and emergency room costs, plus an estimated $8.5 million in public safety costs. The Crisis Response Unit in Olympia, Washington, the CRU, which launched in April 2019, and Denver Support Team Assistance Response STAR program, which started in June 2020. Both look to Cahoots as a model. Working in a 2-person team, CRU and STAR have responded to thousands of calls related to mental health, poverty, homelessness, and substance abuse. Without them, these calls would have been handled by police. San Francisco Street Crisis Response Team, SCRT, started as a pilot program in November 2020. It sends out 3-person teams made up of a social worker, a paramedic, and notably a peer specialist with lived experience, someone who may be able to better relate to people in the crisis. Advocates and stakeholders have emphasized the importance of staffing these teams with responders who reflect the communities that they serve. A growing number of cities, including New York, Portland, Oregon, St. Petersburg, Florida, are demonstrating that these civilian responders can safely and effectively respond to people in crisis. Since the vast majority of 911 calls do not involve crimes or violence, these pilots and programs are an important start. But this should only be the beginning of a broad and bold efforts to better align systems. Shit. I gotta get some fucking glasses out. This shit is out of line. To better align system responses with unmet needs and reduce reliance on police. Cities and countries, as well as states, should fund civilian crisis response teams and other needed crisis services, and Congress should allocate federal dollars to jumpstart these initiatives in communities across the country. We need to invest in the people and the programs that can actually provide the support to the communities that we need. Like I said, man, everything that you see here will be in my description box. These are great articles, great reads. I said I wasn't gonna read the whole thing, but nigga ended up reading the whole thing. That was the type of kid I was, man. And I was in school, I was a kid in school that was reading all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stuttering and all. Stuttering and all, like teaching me like, who gonna read paragraph? We gonna start at the word therefore. I was like, therefore, you know what I'm saying? That's who I was, man. So, yeah, reading that nigga, man. Stuttering that nigga, man. Do this shit. But look, man, at the same time, that's what's important to me, right? Think about how mental health is treated, not only in our country, not only globally, not only in our country, but also in our neighborhoods and our worlds. I'm growing up in South Dallas and seeing certain things that would have went a different way if Dallas Police Department had a crisis response team or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think there are people who are suited to do what they have to do to make sure that people get through what they gotta get through. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. It's dope as shit. The fact that Eugene, Oregon, that's dope as fuck. That might need to be a highlight. Matter of fact, I might get on that as soon as I get off of this. So let me finish this real quick so I can get on that, man. And a lot of times, one more thing about it, man. People who are dispatching, right? Because that's another level of it, right? It's the dispatchers. How do the people that are just sitting there, that, you know what I'm saying, like, they have to take what's being told to them and convey it to whoever they got to get it to. You know what I'm saying? And how can they do that if shit, they don't know what the fuck is going on, or they're not schooled on it? They're not taught on it. You know what I'm saying? Some this right here. Yeah, this comes from the Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? The Atlantic. All right, so this one right here, the stumbling block to one of the most promising police reforms. Let me see. This is written by David A. Graham. Shout out to David A. Graham. We give props. We give our, so we cite our sources over here, man. You gotta cite your sources, man. You know what I'm saying? David A. Graham. Shout out to you at the Atlantic. So, I don't know how long this is, but I'm not gonna read. Oh, hold up. I want nigga to subscribe. Hold up, though. See, that was like, it wasn't that kind of cold. But anyway, so look at these women right here, man. They're working hard. Dispatches. This woman right here, her face is like she's trying to figure out. She's focused, trying to figure out what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, just a minute. Let's see. I keep making sure the mic is working, make sure I ain't talking over that nobody being, what's up being. All right, so during North Carolina, when the murder of George Floyd in 2020 sparked widespread demand for police reforms, some cities moved to announce major overhauls of law enforcement. One of the most promising and popular proposals was to develop a mental health response unit staffed by social workers or crisis counselors who could respond to mental health incidents in lieu of armed police. The idea grew out of frustration with police over a slew of horrifying and high-profile incidents. When law enforcement officers dispatched to deal with a person in crisis, they ended up killing the very person who they were called to help. In a widely watched 2020 case, officers in Rochester, New York, killed Daniel Prude, a black man whose brother had called for help because he was acting erratically. A Washington Post analysis found that 1/4 of people fatally shot by the U.S. police in 2015 were mentally ill or in an emotional crisis. You know what I'm saying? 1/4 of people that were fatally shot in 2015 were mentally ill or in an emotional crisis. Many police officers, meanwhile, have expressed frustration about spending time handling mental health calls for which they feel unequipped rather than fighting crime. You know what I'm saying? We're not about defunding. We're about funding and providing conditional services. You need beyond someone with a gun strapped to their shoulder, to their hip. That's what old boy said. Joe Biden said when he was discussing crime. You know what I'm saying? So, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York are among the cities that rolled out new mental health or crisis response team in the past 16 months. Like I just told y'all in the last article, Cahoots out of Eugene, Oregon, crisis assistance helping out on the streets. A program in Eugene sends unarmed responders to deal with mental health calls, drug issues, minor injuries, and the like, as a model for diverting calls and funds from the police. The idea is relatively simple. Executing it is more complicated. In Durham, a liberal city with a strong activist community and a very progressive city council, a proposal to establish such a system seemed likely to sail through, but the city's leadership wanted to design a unit that would actually meet the city's needs. So, as they discovered, figuring out what those were was not so easy. I had this fucking glass out. This shit, I had to start it. Water good as fuck. Anyway, Durham officials wanted to understand just how many 911 calls the city was getting that could be diverted to someone other than police. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. This link will be in the description box. All right. So basically, this is another similar article to the one I just read. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much getting the right people out to help, and also it looks like the pitch for it is this to most cities and their law enforcement, whatever. It's this, right? It's you're gonna save money investing in a crisis response team. You're gonna save money. Like in Eugene, they said they saved what, like $8 million. As far as the local cost in 14 years, they basically say like $22, $23 million just because having a crisis response team. That person doesn't, you don't have to call the ambulance app. You ain't got to get them locked up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to waste all that money if you have the right people that can get out there to you know what I'm saying, to assess whatever's going on, get to them, address it, assess it, you know what I'm saying, and take care of it. Without nobody being harmed, nobody being slammed to the ground. You know what I'm saying? They got to put nobody in no full Nelson. They be trying to put niggas in full Nelsons, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to put niggas in you know what I'm saying? In the full Nelson. You ain't got to drop no balls on nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do none of that, man. It's all about getting the help that people need, man, because everybody is human. And I know sometimes in our society, like I said a few days ago, man, we all live in a society full of renegades, man. Everybody's out for themselves. Nobody gives a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh, fuck everybody. We don't give a fuck. We don't have no morals, no principles, no beliefs. Shout out to people who still have morals and principles and beliefs and standards in their life, man. We are not popular at the time being. People with morals and principles and standards are not, you know what I'm saying, and whatever those are, to be able to stand on something, you know what I'm saying, and not fall for anything is golden nowadays. Because nowadays everybody's falling for everything, and it seems like, well, shit. For some people, it feels like being authentic, being I don't know, it's not celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to see the bullshit. They want to see the sparks fly, everything like that. Nobody really wants to take time to sit down and actually think. So it's a dangerous time. That's why people are able to take advantage of America as it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we over here doing all type of shit. But meanwhile, big time shit is going on. But anyway, that's not here nor there. But to make it all full circle, man, sometimes I get off my tangents. How important it is, man, for us to get these help, dog. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody, you know somebody, me, myself, as a person, as an advocate, a person whose platform, the foundation of it is mental health. Regardless of whatever I do, regardless of if I'm, you know what I'm saying, gaming or talking about anything other related, as far as content, some way, somehow, it's shaped, you know what I'm saying? 98% of the time, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I will get off tension, do some reactions or do some gaming, something like that. That shit started up soon. Still getting my equipment ready and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But, I love this shit, man. I love talking about this shit like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that it pushes the culture forward. It pushes our thinking forward when you think about mental health and whatever we have to do to make sure that we get the help, man. Because I know myself, like I can sit here and tell you, well, I can't sit here and tell you where I would have been if I would have never gotten through what I've gotten through. And unfortunately for me, at that point, I didn't really have no help. The people that I was trying to get help from, the university that I was at, they dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? And I went down a long, deep, dark road. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to pretty much fight and scratch myself back up to ground zero and then start from there. You know what I'm saying? To where I am now. So not only am I proud of myself, but I will always speak out on making sure that we are preventing, you know what I'm saying, like, preventing mental health issues or taking care of them if they can be prevented. You know what I'm saying? Or just being able to have an understanding of how to handle these things. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking most of it is the understanding. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's just the understanding. You know what I'm saying? How do we handle how do we handle somebody who needs help in a dire situation? You don't know what's going on with that person, right? Like for me personally, it was the loss of my mother. And other things. I was already in school, I already had a baby, you know what I'm saying? So I was already balancing, you know what I'm saying? And then once I lost my mother, God rest her soul, it kind of sent me over, right? So nobody around me, my girl at that time, she didn't know how to handle me. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm in school. At the same time, I'm human, so I'm feeling all type of shit I never felt before. This shit went by like this, you know what I'm saying? A fucking flash, and I'm supposed to think about getting through all this shit, but I just had one of the most traumatic things happen to me in my fucking life, but I'm supposed to keep going. I'm about to go batshit crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mindset was, like, I don't give a fuck. Because at that point, it was like I always say, man, and think about this, man, I don't never have no problem talking about this shit, man, because my testimony, my stories, the certain shit that I spill has helped my people out a whole lot, helped my partners out a whole lot, my friends, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, scared to tell my story to anybody anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that if you're not here on earth to help somebody out, if you're not here on earth to tell somebody how to not go through what you went through, if you're not here on earth to further on conversations that may be a little disruptive or maybe a little informative, if you're not here on earth to serve people, then what the fuck are you here for? You're a waste of flesh, you're a waste of blood, you know what I'm saying? It's just a waste, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have no problem with helping people out, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, because like I said before, man, I'm not a psychiatrist, you know what I'm saying? I ain't I ain't none of that. Counselor, I ain't none of that. I'm just a guy who experienced mental health and some mental health issues and whatnot, and took the time out to care. Luckily for me, I had a support team that consisted of a few of my friends, um, my brother Sean, um, my dad, a few other people that rallied up around me and got me back, to where we needed to be, what I'm saying, to where I needed to be, and vice versa. And we kind of fed off each other's the energy, and we all healed together. I don't know where I would be without them. I definitely wouldn't be here. I possibly wouldn't even be here on Earth, to be honest. That just keeps me 100. You know what I'm talking about? That just be authentic with you. So when I speak about this mental health shit, it's just not because I'm trying to find something to attach myself to. It's because it's something that I directly have experience with. I can tell somebody how it is to be at the deepest, darkest moments of your life, where you feel like you question everything, you question God, you even question yourself. I can tell you how it feels like to be on that edge. I can tell you how it feels like to make an attempt at your own life. I can tell you how it feels like to go through all that, make content about it, just for someone to tell you some very hurtful and harmful things that you should do to yourself. I can tell you how I feel like to create content based on mental health or whatever, and watch people down talk it, talk about it, hate it, and it's crazy to me, right? Because it's like, well, shit, I ain't doing nothing that shouldn't offend anybody. If anything, I'm doing anything to help, But some people who haven't gotten that far mentally, who really haven't been through anything, or really haven't taken the time out to really heal from what they've been through, or even try to heal, they see somebody that's taking the steps, the initiative. They see that person as a threat for some reason. I don't know. That's something we gotta work on with our people. You know what I'm saying? That's an our people thing. You know what I'm saying? They see it as a threat, as if I'm saying I'm better than everybody else, whatever. But I only got the 2 words for them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know I'm a big wrestling fan, so I only got the 2 words for them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Big time. You know what I'm talking about? A fat one. You did. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real. But look, at the same time, man, it's people who love this content, and I also found myself in a weird little bubble where I seek out content that's like my own, and I found a whole community of people who are like-minded, and I've been, talking to them and fucking with them, a whole lot. Just back and forth, because it's difficult, I think people, because of because of how much bullshit and how much smoke and mirrors is out now, I think that people who have more substance-based content find themselves on the outside looking in, right? I don't think the people who consume the content, the subscribers or people, or whatever, actually not. I put it like this: few of them really understand the nuts that it takes to, not only go through what you went through, right? Make it out of that. Convey what you've been through, your experiences, what you've seen, what you heard, what you've learned in your life. Combine those and convey them into content. And you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, that's the biggest struggle. The biggest struggles that I have a lot of times is conveying what's in here to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure when I take my phone, you know what I'm saying? Or either one, you know what I'm saying? When I take my phones, right? And I write down notes and shit. The biggest thing is, okay, how can I turn these notes, these lessons, how can I turn them into content? Not only into content, but content that people get an understanding from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try my best to make sure that my content is clear, as cutthroat. Like I said, man, it don't take a person that got all the right things. Sometimes people who ain't got everything just perfect are the perfect ones are the perfect messengers. You know what I'm saying? When I first started, I was like somebody say, "Oh man, you stuttered," and you didn't. I said, "Man, I don't give a fuck." Nigga Moses stuttered too. Nigga, I don't really care. People understood what he was saying, and if you didn't understand what he was saying, you understood when he put the goddamn staff down. And that shit went. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, that's like I said, man. So there's no perfect content creator, just as there's no perfect human. There's no one set way to make content and make it bubble. You don't have to go out here and do this. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever people doing. If you want to, cool. Whatever floats your boat. I'll be a spectator at the fucking circus, but not everybody's wants to go to. Not everybody wants to be in the circus. I just want to spectate, grab my nuts, and sit down like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, I don't think people really understand what it takes to take something that's traumatic and get over it and turn it into content. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a mind fuck to really do that, right? Because you have to drive yourself back to those times. Like, even when I'm writing, right? Because I'm in the middle of writing, not a book, but I'm just writing, right? I don't know what I'm turning into. I definitely want to do a children's book about mental health. I already have a title for it. I just got to find an artist for it. I definitely want, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. You know, poems and whatnot. I just be writing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just really expressing myself creatively. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find people who are on that same wavelength because it's something that's just, it's delicate. You know what I'm saying? And I can't share with everybody. Not into detail. You did? So, but as I be writing, I be like, okay, damn, I wrote this shit out. I've written it out. Now, how do I take this shit and put it on wax or on record it? You know what I'm saying? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? How do I take this shit and turn it into great content? You know what I'm saying? Then the next step is how do I get this content out to the masses? You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just challenges of being a content creator. Like I said, man, I love doing what I do. And one thing I ask of you is to like, share, and subscribe. And also, you know what I'm saying, do whatever, man. Oh, before I leave this motherfucker, man, I also gotta, let me see, let it be out here. Okay, so, if you go to my homepage, all right, so let me share the screen real quick. All right, so right here, man, this is my IG, right? The Trill Pill with the underscore at the very end, man. You see my post. You see this handsome guy right here, that nigga right there, boy. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? You see my post, man. You know what I'm saying? Go follow me on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Go follow me on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Spread the people. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, at the very top of this right here, right? There is a link to my link tree. All right. So let me get out this and let me share the link tree. All right. So at the top of my Instagram, there is a link to my link tree. Now, my website will be back up, I want to say on the 18th. Yeah, on the 18th, I think. Still getting, merch ready and whatnot. But anyway, this is my link tree. You know what I'm saying? This is the link tree. All right. This link tree has all the links that you need at the Trill, regardless of the Trill Pill. All right. It has the link for the podcast on Audius. Has the link for the podcast on Podbean. It has the website, THETRILLPILL.com. It has the YouTube. It has the Twitter. It has the IG. It has the Facebook. It has everything that you need, man. So shout out to Linktree. You know what I'm saying? Well, really shout out to me because I found that shit. Somebody else directed me to or whatever. But shout out to Linktree, man. It's dope because sometimes when you gotta try to figure out, man, how I'm gonna cram all my content, how I'm gonna get people to go here, there, whatever. And I've kind of found myself trying to, at all times, I want to see my analytics. I want to see my clicks, my views, everything. Not just YouTube, but wherever my content is. That's part of the reason why I love Spotify, because although they tell you that the end of the year wrap up, I want to see it all. T-shirts, socks, drawers. You know what I'm talking about? So I want to see everything. That's how much of a stat nerd I am. I just want to see it to kind of figure out how I should, you know what I'm saying? Should I do this? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's cold as fuck in my crib, though. No, stop it. Hold up. Shit, it's cold as fuck in here. Anyway, yeah, this is my link tree. All right, you see, mental health and culture. I had to shrink everything down, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing a little bit too much, so I had to make everything simple. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that I do because I am a big fan of a lot of things that I just do. I don't just talk about mental health. I talk about sports and mental health. Regular life with mental health, man. Mental health is everywhere, man. It's all around us. If something has a brain, mental health is involved. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I fuck with it, man, because it's so important, man. I have to get my mind right, man. Like after I got done in the midst of my crisis, the fuck I was going through, and he was still to this day, right? He was still to this day, right? Man, after listening to so much Pimp C and just listening to what he was saying, not just the music, but the lyrics, the interviews, listen to Bun B, listen to a Zero talk, listen to a Jay Prince talk, listen to a E40 talk, listening to a Jay-Z talk, listening to a Kanye talk, listening to just hearing people talk, listening to Anthony Bourdain and his story, which I'm going to go over the whole story, and I do that the right way, but listen to people and read people's stories and whatnot, and in my head, you know what I'm saying, was Pimp C. God, listening to that shit so much, was like, get your mind right. Get your mind right. I'm like, damn, get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right. And although, you know what I'm saying, what he was saying, but get your mind right, in a sense, what it meant to me was like, damn, you got to get your mind right so you can stay focused. You can go out there, take care of your family, go out here and do what you got to do, make good decisions so you can live the life that you deserve to live, that God wants you to live. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So I just took that concept and created the Trill Pill. You know what I'm saying? That's where it stems from. And to be honest, that's just how I grew up. These are conversations that I have with my brother Sean, my pops, some of my partners. These are the convos that we have. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes when I get a chance to talk to my other siblings, these are the conversations that I have, and these are the conversations that I also would love to facilitate. But sometimes it's hard to facilitate that because everybody wants to be entertained. And although I'm a pretty funny person, I ain't gonna say I'm just, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but at the same time, I don't really want to entertain like that. Like I really, you know what I'm saying, like if people are entertained by my personality or how, you know what I'm saying, how I get my shit off, and that's fine. But my whole thing is to, at the same time, trying to learn how to entertain better, because that is a part of content creation to a certain extent. especially when you're doing this shit right here on YouTube. People want to be entertained. They want to see you, whatever. But you won't get no wild shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, as far as just whatever it takes to get the information that I have out to people that it needs to hit, that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm always gonna move with my integrity and my I'm gonna move my soul first. You know what I'm saying? If it don't feel good here, I ain't gonna fucking do it. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit that's going on. I don't give a fuck about numbers, none of this shit. I care about the information more than just trying to get popping from some wild, from some fugazi shit. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, man, that's what my content is based. So the Trill Pill, man, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, this is where you will find me. Go to my IG and hit the link for the link tree, and then you will, find all the links that got something to do with me. TTP. You know what I'm talking about? Monumental and mentally trilled, man. That's what I'm running with for the year. That's actually what be on the shirts. It's out of monumental and mentally trilled. I think I'm gonna go with the mentally trilled on the shirts. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot on the shirts and the merch. Yeah, it is. So that being said, man, you know what time it is, man. It's time, man. I already hit an hour. It's a little bit. I was trying to hit an hour exactly, but I don't want to be here all day, man. I got shit to do, like eat, go play Madden and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Be chilling. But other than that, man, shout out to everybody who watch this. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And also make sure you pay attention to what's going on at the bottom of the screen, everybody. It is crucial. It is very crucial. You know what I'm saying? Bottom of the screen, some very dope people that make dope shit, that do dope things. And also, man, I got another one of my partners, man. Another one of my brothers, you know what I'm saying, who make dope music, man. Hold up, let me get my shit right. Let me get my shit tight. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the link to the link tree actually is in my description box. Actually, it's in that box down there, actually. So you don't even have to go to my IG. Just go in the description box, and it's down there. If it's not, y'all let me know. All right, y'all let me know, man. Let's see. So without further ado, this is the end of the show. Much love to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all. Shout out to you. Shout out to your families, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying, stay mentally true. And most importantly, man, like my slogan, man, stay true and heal, and monumental to be monumental. Alright. Last but not least, man, I got my brother. In the beginning, I played Jesus Shuttlesworth by Young Boss Crook. You know what I'm talking about? One of my brothers and one of my other brothers, man, coming straight out the say, man. I ain't gonna put them up for thing jamming, man. And my partners be jamming, man. I've listened to their music ever since it was created. You know what I'm saying? I was set in for a lot of their early creations in college, man. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to their music like I listen to everything else. You know what I'm saying? But another one of my brothers, man. Scruff Zone. Out of AZ. You know what I'm saying? Out of AZ, man. Doing this motherfucking thug thizzle, man. Out there making some noise. You know what I'm saying? Shaking shit up, man. Own style, own flavor, original. Don't sound like nobody else. Authentic shit, man. Out there, man. Like I said, man. The Trill Pill branch. You know what I'm saying? Some know me. Y'all just know me as Trill Pill. Some know me as Kimbo. Some people know me just as Khalil. Some people know me as Kai. Well, however you know me, man, my reach is wide. It's coast to coast, man. I got a coast to coast reach, man. You know what I'm saying? First, second, and third coast. I'm reaching. I got to reach. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I got to reach, man. Shout out to everybody out there in AZ, man. Shout out to Phoenix. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Phoenix, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Scruff Zona, man. This is hella tight, produced by Dreyway Beats. You know what I'm saying? Shot by Cash for Bounty. This is Scruff Zona. Hella tight. Hella tight. Album coming soon. And THETRILLPILL gonna be on the album. So you already know what's going on. THETRILLPILL gonna be on the album, man. You know what I'm saying? THETRILLPILL gonna be on the album. Just don't worry about it. Like I said, a lot of shit I do go sight unseen, man. So they be saying THETRILLPILL ain't. THETRILLPILL is alright. I believe that. Scrub Zoner, hella tight. Produced by Dre Wade Beats. Shot by CashApp Bounty. First song in the beginning, again, is Jesus Showed Us Worth by my dog, Young Boss Crook. You understand me? Young Boss Crook's album, King of Hearts, is out now on streaming services. Go buy that shit. Go stream that shit. Go run that shit up for my brother. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this is Scrub Zoner, hella tight. Produced by Dre Wade Beats. Shot by Cash for Bounty. I'm the THETRILLPILL. Much love to you. Much love to your people, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Much love. I'm out this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Stay trillin' here, baby. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Dream fucking kites. They getting me right. I was feeling. Just took me a flight. Back portions, I'm breaking it down. Get gains, I'm rolling up now. Fuck fame, the higher power. Caught looking, got it stuck now. Leaning rocking, cause I'm down for life. Special days with my lady shredded, cracking brews. Popping champagne, this shit could crack with some rework. All my balance tip, but still pushing shit. Make a whole nigga jump ship, losing shit. Strip of that fuck me, they compute this shit. Nigga, I do this shit, not new to this. 10 toes to my soul still remain humble. Niggas ready to fade, we can roll rumble. Through and through, I'ma show you niggas how we rumble. Make a nigga eat dirt like the nigga fumble. I just took me a flight. I'm off a few fucking kites. The Aussies ain't getting me right. I was feeling. I just took me a flight. I'm off a few fucking kites. The Aussies ain't getting me right. I was feeling. Make a nigga eat dirt cause he fucked up. Niggas tryna find themselves when they all alone. Tryna play home alone like my color cock and bend, then it's the minutes. Nigga, I'm done with that. The niggas green, how the fuck they made the team? They gotta make believe, cause it ain't Maybelline. What do you say, Christine? Is it a fact or fiction? Nigga, I'm static shock, catching all this friction. Little bossy swerve, you ain't worth the mention. Don't need attention, I don't want attention. I forget to mention. Little bossy, listen, I'm a shot star. In these lights, I glisten. I'm a factor, listen. I was born different. Shit, I talk different and I walk chipper. I'm like the North Star with no orange star. Just took me a flight. I'm off a few fucking kites. The Aussies, they getting me right. I was feeling. I just took me a flight. I'm off a few fucking kites. The Aussies, they getting me right. I was